Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we plunge into a stack of information and extract those critical nuggets of knowledge just for you. Today, our focus is on a fascinating bibliometric analysis, really getting into the weeds on artificial intelligence in critical illness medicine.
Yeah, this is a deep dive based on a pretty comprehensive study. We're talking 900 articles published between 2005 and 2024. So it gives us a solid quantitative look at where AI is making waves, especially in areas like the ICU. Our mission here is really to map out the key trends, who the major players are and what groundbreaking AI applications are reshaping critical care.
And it's just amazing how fast this whole field has ballooned, hasn't it? I mean, AI isn't just some buzzword here. It feels like it's genuinely changing how we tackle the really tough medical conditions.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge shift. The study looked at 900 articles, like I said, from over 6,600 authors, 82 countries involved. And while things were pretty sparse before, say, 2020, there's been this massive acceleration since then. Think about it. Publications jumped from 73 in 2018 to 230 in 2023. That's not just steady growth. That's a real surge.
Wow, 73 to 230. Okay, let's unpack that a bit. With that kind of global push, who's really leading the charge?
Well, the United States is definitely a major contributor. You see top institutions like Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, the University of California system, they show what the study calls high betweenness centrality. Basically, they're key connectors in the whole research network. But China falls really closely behind in terms of publication volume. And what's quite notable, actually, is the strong research collaboration going on between the U.S. and China in this area.
Right, so it's not just individual countries, but connections too. That's interesting. And did the deep dive highlight any specific researchers or maybe key studies that have had a big impact?
It did, yeah. Several authors pop up as core influencers. You've got, for instance, Noseworthy PA. Their work, like a 2019 article on an AI-powered ECG algorithm for spotting atrial fibrillation, that's been cited a lot.
Okay. ECGs seem to be a recurring theme.
They really are. And related to that, Atia Zia's research, there was a study in Nature Medicine showing how an AI-enabled electrocardiogram could actually detect cardiac contractile dysfunction.
Detecting dysfunction just from an ECG, that's quite something.
Exactly. And another big one, Tomasev N., published in Nature, they developed a deep learning model. Get this. It could predict acute kidney injury, AKI, in hospital patients 48 hours before it happened.
48 hours.
48 hours. And it even identified over 90% of the patients who would later need dialysis. So this really shows AI moving beyond just, diagnosis into genuine prediction. That's powerful.
Okay, so let's bring this down to the bedside. For you, the listener, maybe a patient or clinician, what does this all mean practically?
Well, the potential is just tremendous, especially in big areas like heart failure and sepsis. AI is crunching vast amounts of data, everything from vital signs, physiological parameters, to medical images like those ECGs we mentioned. The goal is better diagnosis, predicting how a disease might progress, and crucially, helping doctors make better decisions.
To like an early warning system.
Precisely. For heart failure, AI might spot subtle problems way earlier. For sepsis, it could give real-time alerts, help personalize treatments, maybe even optimize antibiotic use. The trend is definitely strong towards using AI in ECG analysis and cardiology overall.
It all sounds incredibly promising, almost revolutionary, but there have to be challenges, right? It can't all be smooth sailing.
You're absolutely right. Huge potential, yes, but also significant hurdles. Data privacy is a massive one, obviously, dealing with sensitive patient info. And then there's the whole black box problem with some AI models.
Ah, the interpretability issue.
Exactly. If doctors can't understand how the AI reached a conclusion, it makes it really hard to trust it fully, especially in critical care where the stakes are so high. So yeah, ethical considerations are paramount.
So for you listening, this points to where the field needs to go next. It seems like future research really has to tackle making these AI models more transparent, more interpretable. We need to be sure they're effective and safe in the real clinical world. And policymakers, they've got a role too, setting up the guardrails, the regulations for safe use.
Definitely. And it brings up a really important question for all of us as this technology evolves. As AI gets more sophisticated in critical care, how do we balance its incredible power, its diagnostic, its predictive power, with that fundamental need for human understanding and trust, particularly when we're talking about life or death decisions? That balance, I think, is the key challenge and opportunity ahead.